Cheers and enjoy the beers. Yes, we're in. Good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to a Monday Club on the Rascal and Disco Beer Review here at what I'm still vaguely calling the Disco Arms. In front of the cans and bottles here at the bar and sort of home bar I'm calling the Disco Arms. More about that later. But yes, welcome along. Hope you all had a good weekend. Maybe you've got a beer on or something. Who drinks on a Monday night? Well, I do, because it is my weekend kind of thing. I've been kind of at work over the weekend on the bar. Nothing majorly interesting to report from me, sadly. I hope you all had a more exciting and interesting weekend than me. I say, actually, it was pretty good yesterday. I was up the bar, up the brewery, where the Horse and Loaf that works alongside us put on some new food options, some pie and mash. Enjoyed that. And a good burger alongside the beer, as opposed to the usual Sunday roast offerings. So really enjoyed that from the Horse and Loaf. But yeah, got some beers to get through today. This is the second supermarket sweep show title, because I've done one before where I got some beers from the supermarket. I do tend, if I can help it, not to review beers from the supermarket, mainly because by the time I get around to them, I've all seen them and probably tried them before. So I'm not necessarily bringing much new to the party. These ones are at least reasonably new. I picked them up this year. I haven't had them sitting in the stash, but as I always say, I need to get through the beer stash, and I do like to theme these shows. So this theme is beers I've picked up from the supermarket, basically ones that have just intrigued me or amused me for various reasons. And the first one, let's do this properly. Beer number one, please. The first one is one of many, many interesting beers from Vault City that are about at the moment, especially in the supermarkets. And I've got two or three others in the stash I've less got around to. I haven't lined that up very well with the banner. Let's move that back a little bit. All right, did it work? No, that's there. There you go. Now you can see the beer. So beer number one is from a Vault City up in Edinburgh. It's their Winterberry Crumble, 6% modern sour beer. They say that about almost all their beers. There's a couple of stouts about from them you don't see very often, but they sort of go from opposite ends of the spectrum almost on beer, from modern sours in varying degrees to usually fairly big imperial stouts. I've got a couple of them to get round to at some point. But let's get into this one first of all. Don't really know what a Winterberry is. Not really up on the flora and fauna and foliage. Maybe it's just some berries that have been left over from the summer. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to this one. It sounds pretty good, and I've heard good results. And looking at the colour on that, it comes out quite thin out the can, but fairly thick and gloopy at the end into a big, well, I'd say kind of crimson-y kind of red. Absolutely beautiful colour going on there. And a big sour beer. And I've had a few from Vault City. I'm, as I've said before, not a massive fan of sours. I don't like them to be too sour. I want more about the balance. I find sours quite often unbalanced. Vanessa, greetings. Thanks for popping in. If you've got a beer on, I'm going to be yabbering about these beers for a little bit. Quite a small creamy head on that pour. Looks like a bit of red streaking through it. Last bit of the pour. Let's have a little look at the nose straight away. Oh yeah. As with a lot of Vault City beers, or the few that I've tried, get that kind of ice pop, kind of aroma that like a fruit lolly, you used to get from maybe if you have an ice cream truck pull up in the summer, and it'd be one of them kind of fairly cheap lollies on a stick, but it smells really good. I'm thinking it's like strawberry and raspberry, but I wouldn't say they were winterberries. Anybody know what a winterberry, or is a winterberry an actual berry? I did a question for the quiz on the first Pervo quiz where all the answers were something to do with berries. So I looked through a long list of berries, and I don't remember seeing Winterberry on it. Otherwise, I might have put it on the list just for a bit of intrigue. But let's get into this one. It smells really nice. Lots of fruit going on. Nothing about the crumble. There's no sort of cakey, bready kind of crumble notes or vanilla or something like that. Doesn't say anything about custard, so I think it's just straight fruit. Yeah, it's not crumble and custard like many of them are, but a bit of vanilla in it. Cheers. Enjoy the beers. Well, I hope I've done it justice, Vanessa, because yes, it is absolutely beautiful fruit. Beautiful fruit notes. I say about a lot of our beers, especially apple crumble. Like you see them. What are they? They're not on there. The Northern Monk ones, the apple crumble and custard, where they just bung some vanilla in it and call it custard. But some of them, I just get a hark back to my late nana's apple crumbles from apples from the tree out in the garden, and you get all the juices at the bottom with a little bit of custard, and that's largely what Vault City beers remind me of, that sort of thick, sugarness, sweet juice from the berries at the bottom of a crumble. And so no crumble notes in this one, just a pure fruit. It's not a mouth puckering sour like some of them from Vault City, some of the bigger stuff. Sits nice at 6%, and it's got, it's more like you've got fruit, you've got tartness, a little bit of sour. Like I say, it's like a sorbet. It really is, consistency wise, like a thick, luscious, slightly creamy sorbet, with those big fruit flavors coming through as well. That's really nice. Hey, Shark, good evening. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, kind of. Like I was saying, I tend not to do supermarket beers because everybody else has usually done them before me. You know what it's like for keeping beers in my stash. A lot of people don't have a massively good opinion of supermarket beers, and I'm not against a bit of controversy. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I actually don't mind supermarket beers. I do gravitate towards some of the smaller, more independent breweries that have gone down the supermarket road, for better or worse. I'm not a big fan of all your pale ales and your session pales and your IPAs that you get in the supermarket. In fact, some of like the major ones I haven't really had. But I go for things that interest me and something a bit different. And I was wandering around Waitrose, of all places, which does actually, even my Waitrose, it's only up the end of my road, so I pop in there, as I've said before, normally pop in there for cat food and lottery tickets. But I will have a wander around their beer section, which isn't massive, but usually has some good stuff. And that's actually reasonable prices for Waitrose. Waitrose is a little bit kind of pricey on the pricier end of UK supermarkets. And they say they're more quality, but they're not really. Like I said before, I'll go in there and look at the yellow sticker discount range, which is my main food source in supermarkets. And they're about the same price as regular food in other supermarkets, even on the discount, but they can't really get away with that with beers. Do have some good yellow sticker discounts on the beers though. So I got this in Waitrose, so I think it was $3.50. It was several weeks ago, so I've forgotten the exact price. I Googled it, it says it is a berry. Okay, let's have a look. A Winterberry. I haven't read the back of the can yet. That'll probably be the can. Yeah, Winterberry plant. Good Googling. I like a bit of beer learning. You know, you learn stuff. It's good. It's all good. There we go. A Winterberry. Well, I did think if it's something like, it looks like a bit like a red currant, and I'm not sure about red currants. Winterberry holly. Holly. Yeah, as you said, holly's poisonous, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Well, that berry is poisonous. You said the actual berry used might be something else. So, yeah. Can humans eat winter berries? Its fruits are poisonous to humans. Actually, the attractive bright red fruit of Winterberry is eaten by small mammals and 48 species of birds. So it's basically holly, yeah. So don't eat winter berries. I think you're right. I think it's just a collection of berries that might be found in the winter rather than a specific winter berry. In that case, I'll better have a look on the can and see what it says. Just well, yeah, always do. It interests me more than like the big conglomerates. They've got their fair share of the market. I like to shout out for the little guys. I wouldn't say Vault City are little guys, to be fair. They're kind of have been a rapidly growing big fish in a big pond. A liquor store is actually part of a supermarket. Wonderful stuff there. Oh, yeah, it's always good when you find something. Where it is. I forgot to get the old out because, yeah, not going to be able to see. I mean, I was kind of first noticed the artwork. Fairly simple, but kind of winter scene, I guess that is. Yeah, so Vault City up in Edinburgh. Quite a lot of good stuff from Vault City, even in supermarkets. They've got several supermarket beers at the moment. Products of Scotland, yeah, up in Edinburgh. All the usuals on oats and lactose. I do like a bit of oats and lactose in my sour. Here we go. Blackberry, strawberry, pear, slowberry. Oh, that's your winter fruit. Cinnamon, hops and yeast. Blackberry, strawberry, pear, and slowberry. So I said I thought it was strawberry. It's not really a winter fruit, is it? Unless you, like I say, unless you've stored them. Blackberry. Wow, it used to be late summer, early autumn, and it was kind of blackberries all out here in kind of mid-August this year. A reasonable amount as well. Slowberries are definitely around this time of year. That's probably the closest winter fruit. And I'm not sure about pears. We used to have a pear tree in the garden. They weren't particularly good pears, but we make crumbles and stuff out of them all year round because you just freeze them pretty easily and bung them in a crumble or a pie. All right, here we go. Let's see what Vault City got to say. We're Vault City, an independent craft brewery and the UK's largest dedicated sour beer producer. Yeah, that sounds fair. As I say, there's a lot of stuff about it at the moment. We brew modern sour beer in Edinburgh, Scotland, and produce well over 300 unique beers since our launch in 2018. We're all about flavour exploration, and pushing the boundaries of what people typically expect from beer. Well, this is true because a lot of their beers are these big, chunky, juicy sorbet-like beers, and I love the fruit. Fruit compote. That's the word I was looking for. Somewhere between a fruit compote and a not quite ice cream, definitely more on the sorbet end. It's getting sour. It's getting more sour, or sour, I think. But the fruit note is there. I've got time for that. It does remind me a little bit of a fruit crumble. Definitely noticing the strawberry more. I'm not sure what slows actually taste like. I've drunk slow gin, wild forage slow gin, and we had a slowberry sour a few years back at Paravel, but it just, it was a slightly tartish somewhere in the region of blackberry blueberry. So I don't know too much, but I can't get much on the cinnamon. That's an interesting addition. I guess that's where you get the crumble note, I suppose. 6%, as I say. Here's the clincher. I'm sure it was only a few weeks ago. Yeah, look. 19th of the 9th, 2026. God, I didn't even need to drink it. I could have held on to that for ages. Yeah, so unlike most of my usual beer reviews, well in date. Drink fresh, as they always say. Yeah, compared to some I've had Still pretty fresh. Becoming much more mouth puckering as I go along, but it's contained. It's drinkable. It's got that. I say it's got that ice cream sorbet kind of ice lolly, not ice cream, ice lolly. Despite it's got lactose in it. Lactose gives it that smooth kind of voluptuous, along with the oats, which is essentially like oat milk, I suppose. Yeah, I have a lot of time for that. So I've got some other Vault City beers in there, so I'm gonna look forward to trying them. Again, they're quite long dated as well, so and they're all Christmassy type beers as well, really. Pretty much. Let's have a quick look at Vault City then, just because these things amuse me. Also, I'm always amused when breweries in supermarkets have the same beer on their web shop. See what sort of price I should have paid. Yes, I'm over 18. Right, yeah, so even the first three that come up: caramel biscuit cheesecake, blatant rip-off of Starbucks, but there you go. Peach and blueberry clouds and a damson plum cobbler. That sounds good to me. Doesn't need to be sourdough. If I'd want that, I'd just want that really as a straight ale, not a sour one, but there'll be that sour element with the plum and the damson. Let's have a look, see what they got. Else they got available. There's the first ones. Yeah, like I say, oh yes, of course they did. I watched some of that Siren live on Friday actually with the Caribbean chocolate cake. That one on the left, I forgot that was a Vault City collab. That was done down at Siren though, but they do have. They go from one extreme to the other. That Snowball one, I said this the other day. Raspberry coconut. I like the sound of that. I like the look of the colour on that one as well. And then a Churros Imperial Stout. That's like 15%, I think. Mulled apple sour. That's a weird one. I'm not sure about that, but I would try it probably. Chocolate strawberry Dutch pancake. They're just big. Damn. The Last Christmas, based on the Wham bar. Probably a terrible 80s chew bar with little kind of sherbety bits in it. There's the Mars bar. Rivington collab, yeah, of course. What the earth is that? Danish rice pudding. Rieselemande. Wow. Raspberry lollipop, jam roly-poly. They got 5 pages of this stuff. Wow. Let's go to page 5. Oh, that's all their. That's all the packs. Well, let's work back then. Mulled dark cherry session sour. Sounds good to me. I avoided those Taste the Rainbow beers, the blatant rip-offs of whatever that sweet is. Taste the Rainbow. Because of S, somebody tell me. What are they called? I never really cared for the sweets, but yeah. Fairly base sours on that one. A wagon wheel stout. Was it stout or was it sour? Combining iconic flavours of juicy strawberry, smooth dark chocolate, sweet biscuit, and fluffy marshmallow. Yeah, I know. Session sour. A wagon wheel. I mean, that's a wagon wheel there. Marshmallow jam and chocolate and shortbread, but why does it need to be a sour? Yeah, I'm not having that one. I mean, I can't even get an order out of these guys because there's just too much stuff that I want to try. I'd ignore the lemonade. Triple fruit mango is another supermarket beer here, sold out on the website. But look at the head on that. Look at the colour on that. It was a pretty decent mango flavour as well. Strawberry Sunday. And they start going in the 6-pack. So another 2 pages of this. cereal. Cereal spoon of red berry. Wow. Blood orange and Tonka maple pack. Most of their big sours have at least 3 or 4 ingredients in them. You got barley wine. Well, there we go. More ice cream stuff. Blueberry muffin, waffle cone crunch. I love the sound of that. I do quite like a blueberry. Again, I want sweet blueberries rather than sour. Chocolate dipped strawberries. Again, iron brew sour. A winter bundle. Right, there you go. There's the one. Right, there it is. Sold out on their website at $3.75. Sure, it's $3.50 in Waitrose. The Blackcurrant Key Royale I got from Tesco's. I've got that one in the stash as well because it looked really good. It wasn't available in my local Tesco, so I had to go a bit further afield for that one. She picked it up in Croydon, oddly. Cherry plum and squid ink sour. Now that's one I wanted to try. Sadly, yeah, sold out again. Don't know why. It's just why would you have that as sour? Don't even understand the squid ink in that. That's a kind of savoury component. Maple pecan pumpkin pie. Well, yeah, I mean, pick the bones out of that. That's got some absolutely amazing stuff on there at the moment. Vault City. I can't get an order out of them because I can't have that many sours sitting around. I've got too many as it is. I'm going to have to miss out on some of them. What can you do? Mersey, greetings. Where is David Wilson? I think he's doing his own thing today. Fair play. It's a Monday. After all, the Blackcurrant Key Royale is in my homemade advent calendar. It's kind of in my homemade advent calendar. I'm hoping to get around to it before Christmas. I do a homemade advent calendar, but without going to the time and expense of making the advent calendar bit of it. I'm just going to drink beers I want to drink this year. Again, I did that last year. The year before I tried, and I got as far as 16 videos. I don't think I even did videos. I did them on Instagram, just the opening of them. And then I ran out of time and talent. So, yeah, no advent calendars for me this year. But, yeah, I will try and get around to that Blackcurrant Key Royale because that sounds intriguing. Blackcurrant is one really not sure about in beers. I'm not sure about as fruit. Again, this kid who had a blackcurrant bush in the garden, and I found them, they were nice enough because you like Ribena, but blackcurrants themselves to eat raw are just too pippy and a bit. Always, you just can't trust a blackcurrant not to be sour as. I think that's where my dislike of sour beers kind of come from, with the sour fruitness. Yeah, blackcurrant, not sure about. Key Royale sounds interesting. I can't remember what spirit that is. Was it just blackcurrant spirit, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I like the recycling aspect. I like the idea of that. A Duval crate with tin foil and labels. Genius. Yeah, I just won't get around to that. I'm just gonna pick beers out of the stash and drink them in the same, like, Christmas means little to me anyway, so I don't really care for the Christmas. I might dig out some or see some Christmas beers. I've had more beers arrive today that I don't need. It was essentially free. Well, they weren't. The points I'd racked up, and I got some and spent like a tenner or something, 15 quid for some beers that looked interesting. Also, funny enough, from Edinburgh. I'll let you join the dots on that one. But yeah. Yeah, really smooth, luscious. A much more sour edge as it goes down, but it's one I could smash through pretty quickly. I'm enjoying that. There's a great comment on the Facebook when I put this up from Matt, who's actually up in Edinburgh at the moment drinking at the Vaults, Wee City Vault from Vault City. Is one of their tap rooms up there. In a big stout on those. So he said, I've got a lot of time for the Winterberry Crumble. And to be fair, so have I. It's one so much so that I would, if I'm happen to be in Waitrose next. I think I saw it in Tesco's as well, actually. So yes, I think I saw it in Tesco's as well, but I didn't pick it up because I already had one. Yeah, nothing gets spicy, does it, Mazzy? Yeah, I got some for Beer 52 as well. For Advent calendar. Yeah, I'm intrigued by the Oh Brother ones. There's some good stuff there. And not a bad price. I've just never heard of Oh Brother, so I kind of give them a swerve, but there was some good stuff on there. It says they're Irish, but I've never heard of them. That's not good enough reason for me to give them a swerve. Apart from the fact I just picked up a few of the 330s that I wanted, I think, when I missed in a pack. And like I say, I had a load of points to use up, so I thought, well, I'll get them in and just have a look. I got the, what was it, the Cherry Bakewell one from Black Sheep that I was talking about the other week. I got another Cherry Bakewell Pale Ale as well. I probably didn't get the best bang for my money, but it was 15 quid. I just basically paid for the delivery, which actually was a very reasonable $4.99, so I can't fault them on that. But yeah, and then immediately cancelled December's, and then hopefully remember to at the end. I'll just have to go through the ignominy of throwing them up and go, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. But now I've got points because I've got a delivery. I've got, I don't know, what's it, quid's worth of points, but I think I'll manage not to worry about losing a quid off Beer 52. They've had enough money off me. It's always funny. I talk about best befores. I mean that's recent. So 20. What did I say? 2026 on it. Yeah, 2026. I don't know. You will take the mick out of me, and I'll take the mick out of myself and that. But I was watching on Saturday night. Got back from work. Craft beer channel, and he thought I had a problem with hoarding beers and out of state stash. But yeah, I was watching the craft beer channel. Johnny was doing a solo stream, and it was basically just had a list of beers, and we all had to vote which one we thought we should drink next. He didn't get all the way through them, but he just put a bunch of beers up. And if you think I've got a problem with out of date beer, this is what he had on. An old stock ale from 2014. It's, as far as I know, the oldest. It didn't put a date on the Bellwoods Barn Ale. Fuller's Vintage Ale from 2016, which I don't think had been stored properly and was utter drain poor. I think the 2021 Yonder Raspberry and Sweet Sicily, I can't remember what that is actually. That one was perfectly drinkable, I think, the main one. Yeah, so if you think I'm bad, I think my oldest beer, I think, is 2018 brewed, or maybe 2017 brewed, because it's got a 2019 date on it from Weird Beard that I bought in 2021, I think, for like a couple of quid. And I think I've got a 2018 India Pale Lager, which will be completely rancid by now, probably, from about circa 2018. So I think I'm doing all right, and obviously that's just a small selection of Johnny's stash that he put up for drinking. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what's the oldest beer in anybody else's stash. Especially, I mean, Mersey, you don't keep beers, you just drink them, don't you? But then just drink for the weekend. I've never been able to do that. I just buy beers, but because I buy beers I want, I always make the order up. And that's how I've accidentally ended up with a whole cupboard full of beers I've not got around to drinking, because I'm better at buying beers than I am reviewing them. I'm trying not to make it sound like I'm showing off, oh, I've got a lot of beers. But yeah, if you see Raggy's wall over on Raggy's Beer Reviews, I've got something like that, but in a cupboard. I know most of them, what they are, so I don't think I've forgotten about any of them. But even if I'm doing 3 a show, it's going to take me till well past Christmas to actually get through all of them. And like I say, I had more beers arrive today, and I have got my eye on some others, and especially if I see any other disco beers between now and next month, because I'll try and get the next disco day out and done, even if I don't get the video up, because I've still got to edit and put out. But there you go. 2020 Bacchus the other day, but that would be all right. That would hold up, wouldn't it? God, that's 4 years now, isn't it? It's been a funny old half decade, isn't it? Look at me, Now I'm drinking and enjoying sour beers. I think I would have struggled with that in 2020. 2020 wasn't the vision for the year that we all had, was it? Still some good lacing on that. Yeah, nice. Enjoyed that. Like I say, nicely fruity. Nicely sour, gently sour, not massive, but some good sourness on it. Good percentage. Can't really taste the 6%, to be fair. Could have 2 or 3 of those probably, or 2 or 3 6%, and you'd barely notice it until you stood up and went outside in the fresh air. Well, let's move on then. Refresh the palate, although I'm not sure I need to, because I think the next one's going to be vaguely similar, although maybe not intentionally. Shouldn't go in with that appreciation. I should go with an open mind, and I am. Next one's a bit odd. I'm not sure about it. Intrigued me. Let me get this refreshed. Yeah, get that tart kind of berry out my mouth, off my palate a little bit. I like the strawberry in there. It was kind of subtle against the other fruit flavours, and I think each fruit did do something there. I'm not maybe not so much the pear. That was maybe the juiciness that provided rather than a pear flavour, but definitely the strawberry. So a little bit of slow in there that made a lot of sense. Right, let's move on to beer number 2, please. Perhaps a surprising one for beer number 2. I think you may well have heard me not speak in particularly good terms about Fourpure, particularly for some of the photo shoots they did a while back. Quite critical of that and the whole sale, etc. I'm not quite sure who actually owns them and shit now, but this one I saw in the supermarket and it intrigued me. A Pomegranate IPA. So I don't mind me fruits in IPAs. This one's pouring out fairly thin. There's only a small amount of haze on that. You can see through the bottom of that. Enough to see a little bit of carbonation racing up the glass. But yeah, it's a pale ale, and way back at the start of like the whole craft revolution, I'm like, yeah, all these fruity IPAs and that. I was fine with it as long as the fruit balanced out the hoppiness. And I'm hoping that's what happened with this one, but I'm a bit worried with pomegranate might be a bit tart and sour maybe. Haven't eaten a pomegranate in a long time. I love the fleshy bit of a pomegranate, but all the seeds were just an utter pain. Do you know what? Do you know why I miss David Wilson? Because he's not there to remind me about doing the bleeding photograph. I managed to remember the banner, completely forgot the photograph on that one. I'm going to have to go up going to have to wander up Waitrose and see if I can get some more, because that would have made a great photograph with the colour and that. Mersey Beers, it falls to you now to remind me to do the photograph. My memory's terrible. I left the lights on when I went out earlier. It's only so I can put it up on Instagram tomorrow. Yeah, that'll do the job. What's it on there? No, actually, I'm not happy with that. That's not good. Yeah. Don't tell Rasco, but he did actually give me the good tip with that portrait mode. It does work. Blurs out the background a little bit, makes it look kind of really funky. Sometimes the light is not good on the lighting though. There you go. Yeah. Getting picky. Don't come out yourselves. You're telling me to move further away, but I haven't got any further away. You're right on the screen. That's not good. I'll have to do it. There you go, that's better. Get that. One of the Anchor beer from 2018. Cherry Impy from Lab Culture. It don't exist anymore. I think I vaguely know the name Lab Culture, but yeah. How old is the Cherry Impy? Was that 2018 as well? See, that's a good one. You should be alright with them. Alright, let's see what we get in way of pomegranate. Move them back in. I think it must be the very same, isn't it? Don't have Anchor being anywhere else. Isn't one in this country, as far as I'm aware. Well, there's an aroma getting through my slightly blocked up nose. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's fruit or creosote or nail varnish. Yeah, not sure. That's not good words. I think it's kind of fruity. Festival ale. I know 1.5 litres to myself. That's your bottle share right there, isn't it? That's the thing. I've got beers in there I just don't quite know what to do with. It's like some that may or may not work for a live stream or a beer review. But yeah, not sharing them. Anyway, cheers. Let's see what this is like. I quite like the colour, but it's a bit more... It's kind of russet brown rather than red. Sort of orangey brown. Anyway, cheers. Well, that's going to save me doing any reviews on Instagram tomorrow, isn't it? That's just... I don't know what that is. So I don't really know what pomegranates taste like, and I'm not sure I'm getting anything from it here. Anybody try this one from the supermarket? I think I picked it up in Tesco's a while back. It's sort of a bit rancid. No, it's not rancid. It's not insipid. It's just got that kind of... It's a bit copper penny going on there. It's like, packed with pomegranate, give it some juice, blending a dash of London charm with a splash of fun. Imagine tropical fruits having a merry dance with a hint of pomegranate. I can't, because I don't know what pomegranate tastes like anymore. It's a brew that brings a smile and a zesty twist to your taste buds. Can you see my taste buds smiling? Yeah, sorry, Fourpure. I'm not having that. 5.9%. What do you reckon it says? Oh, here's one. Here's something new. Right, I was looking for the ingredients to see whether it says pomegranate flavouring or whether it's actually got pomegranates in it. Funnily enough, on the British list, they don't have any. Colouring concentrate from carrot. So it's got carrot in it, carrot juice, carrot what to colour it brown. I suppose there's a kind of vaguely orange sort of russet brownness to that. But what carrot is he going to put in it without it tasting like carrot? I mean, I'm sure when I eat pomegranates, that's once you munch up the seeds, it's got that kind of slightly vegetal kind of note. Maybe that's what's going on. Best before 30th of January 25. Anyone sees Dave Wilson, tell him another in-date beer from Disco. Yeah, it doesn't actually list the full ingredients in English, unlike France, Italy, Sweden, and a couple of other places beginning with F1. That I don't know where that is. Yeah, anyway, I said this one. Help me out here. What am I missing? Because I'm not really getting. Well, maybe I'm getting pomegranate. It's a slightly tart fruitiness to it. There's a slight of, I suppose, seed note. Well, what is a pomegranate? Pomegranate's a fruit, surely. But yeah, carrot makes it a vegetable beer. It's a weird thing to put on a can. I mean, if you have to, but you don't have to put the other ingredients. There's not even water, barley, hops, and yeast on the ingredients, as far as I can see. Oh, it's really strange. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of sweetness. There's a little bit of fruit, and then there's this slightly odd. I don't know. Maybe there's the pomegranate seeds with a bit of kind of like woody vegetableness. I don't know. It's really weird. That is. Pomegranate is a sweet tart flavour. Yeah, fair enough. Some people describe the taste as a mix of cranberries and cherries. Yeah, I was saying it was red currant earlier, with a hint of citrus, the balance of sweetness and acidity. Yeah. I've had vegetables in beer before. Disco. Yeah. I had a beetroot beer a couple of times. The one from McColl's, Beat the Guard. Actually, I also had that one for Liverpool, didn't I? Before they went under. Is that still on there? No, the Team Toxic did a borscht beetroot beer. So yeah, I'm not against vegetables in beer, and in fact, Vault City did a carrot cake one that probably did have carrots in. So yeah, I'm fine with carrot in a beer. It's just for colouring concentrate from carrot, it says. But yeah, it doesn't say unless the French contient eau, which is water, orga multi, which I guess is the malt, blé, avion, Hollon, and levure. My French is not good enough to know if any of those ingredients is a carrot. Yeah, weird one, this. So I only picked up because I'm intrigued about the pomegranate. I think, yeah, that's the thing. Again, without knowing the hops are in there, just got a little hint of grapefruit, which is what Shark's alluding to there, with a hint of citrus. There might be a bit of lemon now. I think again, once I get into it, maybe there's a bit more. Don't really get cherry. Cranberries is another one that's a one I want to like, but I find a little bit too tart too often. Not enough sweetness. Do you guys have V8 juice? Yeah, I think we have had or can do. I've seen something like that. Do they come in like the kind of bottles with the kind of lip at the top, a bit like what's it called? Not Sunburst. Sunny D. So like multivitamin juice. Yeah, it sounds familiar. It's not something I ever read though, but V8 juices is all vegetables or juiced vegetables. Yeah, I'm sure they come in fairly bright colours in odd shaped plastic bottles, but I don't know where they're from. I haven't seen one for a while. Not that I've been looking. Yeah, there's this kind of odd taste on the back that's kind of is a bit reminiscent of like seeds and fruit stones and that. A kind of slight woodiness. It's not. It's not. It's not terrible, but I'm just not sure what it is. Okay, fruit, carrot, tomato juice. See, I'm not against that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of. It's a more brown. I mean, it's fairly similar on the camera. Sometimes the light changes a little bit, but it's kind of more a reddish brown, sort of copper coloured, kind of copper penny coloured, and there's a sort of slight background copper penny. You know, like I don't know, you get some British bitters session ales just come across like a toffee penny if it had been made with a copper penny. I don't know. If I had a tasting session on that and say, is it good to go? I'd be like, yeah, I think I haven't seen anybody else actually review it particularly, although it was in like I say, in Tesco's for a while. Yeah. A copper session, but is it good? Is that, I would imagine a copper penny taste is not good, but it seems like on so many British session bitters and British ales that it is there, and it kind of comes and goes, and I'm not sure about it. Is it a good thing? Is it meant to be there? Does it detract from the beer? It was okay. It was from Thwaites. Thwaites, bless them. Yeah, so I'm not sure about that comment. I don't think I like it. I've tried a few, and I'm like, if it has that, it's basically Wetherspoon's beer, isn't it? It's like cheap, and it'll do cheap and nasty. It'll do your day, but it's good enough. Like, it's just okay. This is just okay. I don't think it's terrible. I think other people would probably slate it though. Again, it's a beer I'm not really selling because I can't blag it, you know. It's sort of, yeah, it's neither here nor there. It's not really fruity. I don't think it's enough flavour. Like I said, I did get like a bit of nail varnish and a bit of copper penny. I'm sort of struggling with it, really. I mean, yesterday from Andy, he said, I'm just not going to finish a beer. And I'm like, I don't. Oh, what happened there? a little flux in the vortex there. Dropped out. I think I'm all connected. I've got a very low connectivity for some reason. Maybe it's the weather. Apologies. That probably means I'm going to be out focused and potato-like again. Why can't shit just work, man? Yeah, meh. just meh. I'm not really. It's just not all that. It really isn't all that. Right, let me check this out. Bear me a second. I'll be back presently. Cheers, and enjoy the beers. Hello. Come on in. Sorry, I guess he was scratching at the door. Yep, the cat. Right then. Well, I suppose this is part 2. That was a convenient break. I refreshed the palette off of that. I might finish it later, but I'm going to get on to something good. Hello. Hello. Hello, kitty. Yeah, just show your ass to the entire internet. Why not? This way. There you go. Well, you sit there for a bit. I'm going to get up and take the photo of the beer. Come here. Towards a bloody cat, Disco. Right, back on it. Beer number 3, please. So, beer number 3. One I don't actually remember buying, but it must have been at a supermarket because I haven't bought Northern Monk from anywhere else recently. But yeah, Zombie Death. I think there's a few different iterations of these around in supermarkets at the moment. This one is a chocolate strawberry ice cream dessert stout. That's a particularly sessionable 8.4%. So let's get this in a glass and find out. This is obviously much more my thing. Again, the strawberry in there might be interesting. Had strawberry at the start in the Vault City. Enjoyed that. Obviously the expected darkness to come out of the can. Great head development. Maybe going a bit too lively on that pour, so we'll slow that up a little bit. Yeah, 8.4%. Northern Monk, as we know, up into north in Leeds. Generally well thought of, but see a little consternation rocking around the beer review community about whether Northern Monk have sold out and whether it's working well for them in supermarkets. We all scream for we all scream for ice cream. A dead decadent chocolate and strawberry ice cream dessert stout. Craft brewed with northern pride and bursting with sweet chocolatey flavours, fresh from the north. They put that on there. It should definitely be fresh from north, isn't it? So that works, unless I'm being incredibly stereotypical. Strawberry puree, cacao powder, the dreaded natural flavourings. Well, sorry, that's from the strawberry. Natural flavourings of what? If you've got cacao and strawberry puree, what else are you flavouring it for? Or of? And vanilla. My old nemesis that I may or may not be able to smell or taste. Like, where are you going? Don't fuck it up, kitty. Go there. Thank you. I'll sit on the nice comfy cushions for a bit. I have to part with. Never work with beer or animals. Isn't that what they say? Oh, I got that wrong, probably. You're not part of the show. Oh, no. Yeah, you are part of the show there. Yeah, you be part of the show there. Bless her. All right, let's do the photograph just in case I decide to put it up tomorrow. Really not sure what I'm going to say about that Fourpure one. I mean, this one for sure absolutely looks the part. He says, as you would expect, a nice dark stout with a nicely developed, just off-white head, slightly tan. Black cans, that dark, kind of slightly shiny, especially with red. Really difficult to photograph. To get the focus right, the cameras don't like it. That one's come out right, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go happy with that one. That one's not too bad. So yeah, thinking big things from this. 8.4% big stout. Nice big ice creamy kind of head on it. It's looking good. There we go. Cheers. Let's see what we can smell. Oh, big chocolate note. Loving that. Loving that big chocolate note on there. Sometimes you don't get that from a chocolate stout. You get slightly vegetal note, vague hint of chocolate, but I want it to be coming through big style, and that does. Yeah, really nice chocolate flavour. Dark. Not too much on the roastiness, just more pure sweet chocolatiness. Chocolate ice cream, I guess. Cheers. Cheers, kitty. Daft cat. Cheers. Ooh. No, I don't mean that's difficult. That's ooh. Really nice, thick, creamy head. Really helps with the mouthful. The slightly thin, odd flavour. I'm a bit worried about my taste buds, you know. I'm a bit worried that, I don't know, have I burnt my tongue on something? Have I got a problem with my taste buds? A couple of beers last week weren't all that. Beers at the weekend were fine. I had some beers on Friday night. A couple of them were out of date. I didn't do a review or a live stream, and I'm like, this doesn't taste right, but it's okay. I mean, clearly not, because I could taste everything in the Vault City. That was quality. That was drinkable, nice and lovely. That was just weird and odd. It's got a great cacao flavour, but I don't know. Is it the flavourings just slightly artificial or something? I don't know. It's just not quite as good as I want it to be. There's strong flavour there. I don't know, maybe, yeah, kind of strawberry syrup coming through a little bit more now, perhaps. But there's still a little bit of roughness around the edges that I'm not really sure about. It's a sort of, it's not, I keep using the word astringency, and I'm not sure that's correct. It's not really astringency, it's more, there's a little note, kind of vegetal note I'm not sure about. I'm going to finish it. It's not going to be terrible. There is a strawberry note there. It's kind of strawberry syrup. It's not fresh strawberries. I don't know. Maybe if you got, you know, if you was at the ice cream van, getting the lolly for that one, fruit lolly for that one, and you got some chocolate ice cream and put some strawberry syrup over it, maybe. Yeah, now I say that, I'm thinking there is a little bit of kind of biscuity waferness going on there. Kind of, there's no like strong roastiness, definitely no coffee, which is kind of good, but just reasonably a roasty note on the malt, and a sort of, yeah, just odd thing on the back end. Like the Vault City, there's not much on the ABV. I can't, some 8.48, sub 8% beers, you've got that little kind of slight barrel aginess. Nothing like that with this one. It's interesting. Strawberries and chocolate is a flavour combo I'm never sure about, but I'm always going to try it in beer because it is a bit different. Strawberry can be a bit funny in beer, but we've seen it work, so that's grand. But yeah, I've seen some other bad reviews about Northern Monk beers in supermarkets recently, and I don't wholeheartedly go to that, but then I don't drink enough of them really. But Northern Monk know their way around a stout, but I guess they also know their way around a price point for the supermarket. So I can't remember what this is because I can't remember. But I think it was Tesco again. Did I pick that up at the same time? Oh, I think I picked it up at the same time as a Gil Ale, maybe. Oh, a little bit of lacing now on the glass. A little bit of spirit there, but yeah, sort of. I don't know, but I said it from the off. It's not just since I've read flavourings, natural flavourings, but yeah. Oh, it's got lactose as well. Strawberry puree, cacao powder, natural flavourings, and vanilla. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. I don't think it's as good as some Northern Monk beers that I've had. You know, and they have had some good big beers in supermarkets, either, you know, Northern Star, etc., like that. Aha, ha ha, Mr. Wilson. Good evening, sir. Good evening. There we go. Seeing as you're in, let's have a look. I believe this one, because I'm sure I only got this recently. Slightly blurry on the date. 21st of the 6th, 2025. Yes, we've gone an entire stream. 3 in-date beers. Yay! Not necessarily 3 great beers for being in date. 1 out of 3. Well, say 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but it's more 1.5 out of 3, really. Vault City was great. Enjoyed that. At Fourpure business with Pomegranate was just weird. And yeah, this strawberry and chocolate from Northern Monk is sort of all right. Got great chocolate flavour. Not bad strawberry syrup kind of note, but I'm not really sure about the rest of it. A little bit of cocoa powder there now. Great lacing. Again, it's a big beer, but yeah, he avoided that one. Will only drink patron point. Yeah, I think we all know why that is. It's like I was saying at the start of the show, like I try not to do supermarket beers, mainly because they don't really need any promotion. They're in front of thousands of people, so by the time I get around to doing them, generally most people have had them, tried them, and forgotten about the review. Maybe that's why I should do them after the event to remind people. But yeah, you are playing a little bit of potluck really with supermarket beers. I don't know. I have conversations with my brewer about owner, and it's like, what do you think of this one? I'm like, generally, that's all right, but 1 or 2, I'm like, well, I'm not sure about that, boss. You know, you have to be honest. You have to say, and he's like, well, I'm not sure about it either. So yeah, you're right. Doesn't always work out, but when you got a big brewery like Northern Monk, I mean, Fourpure, you've got a supermarket contract to honour. You can't get to the end of the brew and go, yeah, that tastes like dirt, gov. Do they sit there and go, well, it tastes like dirt, but we've got a contract to honour, so we've got to put these umpty thousand cans into a supermarket. It'll be all right. You know, it's only £3.5. People will buy it. I don't know, what's the conversation? Or is it, yes, this is the best beer we can get out. This is what it's meant to taste like. This is fantastic. People will love it. Do they sit around having a QA meeting and go, do you know what I mean? They must do. There must be some QA. Like, there must be somebody doing quality and going, but boss, this is like, people are going to go, this is like average. And they're like, are they going to, do the bosses go like, yeah, but don't worry about that. We've got to get these 1,000 cans out to Tesco or whatever. And if we don't, Tesco will rip us to pieces. And it's like, but yeah, boss, we can't, I don't know. It's like a politician going, you must do that. And all the yes men go, yes, we must. I agree. And the person who stands up and goes, but boss, I think there's that's not quite right. And he gets told to shut up. It's like, don't shoot the messenger. Don't know. Not so much with this one, to be fair. Like I say, there's great chocolate notes in it, but it's not. Maybe I'm confused on the strawberry. I don't know. Hello. Yeah, it's not about you. It's not about you, kitty cat. Bless you. Hello. Yeah, so I'd love to be in that meeting. You know, I'd love to be in that meeting. What does a Tesco rep say? You go, well, all right, Mr. Northern Monk, have you got a beer for us? Yeah, we've got this great chocolate and strawberry one, like we agreed. Is it any good? It's like, yeah, it's all right. And Tesco go, oh, that's all right then, as long as it's all right, you know. Did the Tesco want to go, yeah, we'll just have it, it's all right? What does that conversation go like? I'd love to know. Like, or is it just my opinion and like everybody else thinks this beer is amazing? I don't know. But, you know, if Mr. Wilson's avoiding this one and I'm thinking it's average, I mean, it's a good start, isn't it? What? I tell you, can you see how you can't see how Paul's getting higher and up in chest going, me, 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 me. What? You're more quality than the beer, yes, I know. Now, that's not a fair question because I could be really rude at this point, and I won't be. No, this cat's been here for a few years now. Bless her. The best thing is, like Rasco, she doesn't answer back. She just looks at me and goes, feed me. Basically, what she wants me to do is sit down properly. I put a stool today so she wouldn't jump up, and here she is. Yeah, it's the thing. It's that natural flavourings that is bothering me. It's like how natural. Why would you put natural flavourings in if you've got strawberries and cacao in? They are natural flavourings, albeit strawberry puree. It's just pop strawberries. What else do you need to flavour it? It's got lactose in it, so you've got the sweetness. What natural flavourings of what? I don't get it, and it does put me off. But I said that before I read that, so I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible. Like I say, it's good chocolate flavour, a little bit of roastiness, and some interesting kind of strawberry syrup. But then strawberry syrup isn't entirely natural, is it? But yeah, not sure. It's all right. I'll finish it. It's definitely better than the Fourpure. The Fourpure one, just not having it. I don't know what that conversation was about. It's got this kind of a bit of astringency at back. I'll be all right. Tesco punters won't notice. Puree from concentrators. Right, but I see. Right, so it's not anything else. It's just the strawberry puree. But if you list strawberry puree, why do you need to put natural flavouring? Surely that's like goes without saying. It's like, I mean, even concentrate is natural strawberry, isn't it? It's just pureed strawberries. I don't know. I've never had to worry about natural flavouring at a brewery, so yeah. Well, there you go. Not the best wander through supermarket beers, but I just looked up and it was 1:11 seconds. I should have ended it there, but yeah. Well, does it say vanilla? I think it says vanilla, but I don't know what vanilla extract is. But yeah, anyway, sorry, did I stop? Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Kitty. I'm taking big gulps of it, and it's okay for a stout. But yeah, I'm not fussed on it, to be honest. It's probably going to make my job easier. I'm not really posting anything tomorrow. And I've got to go up Waitrose and get another one of those Vault Cities because, Mr. Wilson, you weren't here to remind me. It's not compulsory to attend. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'm happy. But yeah, I forgot to take a photograph of the Vault City one. So I might go and get another one. And that's the only one of the three I'm happy to go and get another one of. If I never saw the other two again, I wouldn't be that bothered. So yeah, never mind. This is the trouble with doing live beer reviews. I usually pick beers that I'm interested in, I think are going to be okay. I only generally do written beer reviews on Instagram of beers that I've liked. I've got something positive to say about them because the beer reviewing and the internet as a whole, the social media is littered with people slagging off this, that, and the other. And I don't really want to do that. I just want to have a nice time and enjoy stuff. So I can't be bothered to write negative words. But when you do it on a live review, I've got to actually say words, whether they're negative or not. And I enjoy that less than having a really good beer. So it's kind of my fault. I bought beers that I thought were going to be okay. But I was aware that there was a possibility that at least one of them wouldn't have been to my taste. So, you know, we are where we are. It is what it is. It's still beer at the end of the day. It's all good. You win some, you lose some. And if that's my take on this set of 3 beers, so be it. I've got another one planned for Wednesday with some beers I think I'll enjoy more. I might put one up tomorrow night, depending on how I feel in the morning. See, last week after that Tuesday stream with those low alcohol beers from Small Beer, I didn't feel like talking about beer the rest of the week. It was just like I was really like kind of down on it. So, but I've got a lot of beers to get through, so I've got to try and push on through. I bought them to review. I bought them to talk about them, so I'm darn well going to do it. I'm stubborn like that sometimes, and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. God, it's tough, Cap. So yeah, that was my supermarket sweep on Monday Club. Thanks all popping in. And if you're watching after the event, if you've come through the link, please still drop a comment in the box below. We can have a chat after the event. And if you haven't already, please click the like button and the subscribe, because I'm quite near 500. I'd quite like to at least get to 500 pretty soon. It's a good number, half a century. And yeah, Dave Wilson, no problem, man. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Anyway, hope you got a beer on. Hope you've had a good weekend, as with everybody. And we'll see you again soon. If not tomorrow, then probably Wednesday. Thank you all very much indeed. And as always, cheers and enjoy the beers. Whatever natural flavourings or unnatural flavourings or whatever they contain. Stop moaning, Disco. Yes, I know. Cheers, bye. Have a good one. See you again soon.